Hey everybody, Keith Dunn, Katie Cop here with your predator warning sign for today. If you're receiving phone calls from unknown people, or you're receiving a large number of phone calls from a number that you're not used to, that's a sign that your child could be talking to a predator. Let me tell you why. I had a case where I was contacted by the FBI. A gentleman had been involved in a relationship with a 14-year-old boy. Went and interviewed the boy, made the arrest of the individual that met him online, put him in jail. He ended up bailing out. The story goes, this lady up in North Jersey was receiving several phone calls on her caller ID from a number that she didn't know. So the lady, surprisingly, called the police department. Here's where I'm so proud to be former law enforcement, where the dispatcher took the phone number and took it into her own hands to check 411.com. She checked 411.com and it came back to be the suspect that I arrested. The dispatcher took it a step further and actually took his name and ran him in our criminal database nationwide, checked him for local warrants around the country, and it came back to be, you know, a gentleman who was arrested for sexual assault, aggravated sexual assault, endangering the welfare of a child. So the dispatcher said, "Ma'am, could you tell me, do you have any children?" And the woman said, "Yes, you know, I have a 15-year-old son." The dispatcher then said, "Could you tell me where he is?" The lady said, "Sure, my son's at the park." The dispatcher then told her, "Don't worry about it. What we're going to do is, we have some officers by the park anyway, so we'll go check and see if your son's out there." Come to find out, the suspect that I had arrested after he was released from jail met another 15-year-old boy online, went up to North Jersey to meet this boy, and was about to engage in sexual conduct with another minor. The police officers pulled up right as he was about to perform the act. The suspect ran from the police, hit one patrol car, put a police officer in the hospital, but eventually they got him, stopped him, and put him back in jail for good. My point is, check your caller ID. These guys are going to want to call your kids. They're going to want photos of your children. They're going to want to know if mom and dad's home, what time you're home alone, and then they're going to want to talk on the phone. I teach their officers all the time in New Jersey. As part of my training, we do an online live demonstration, and during that portion, predators will actually call us or call the law enforcement officers in the classroom, and we have kind of an undercover conversation with them. So if you are receiving phone calls from numbers that you are not aware who they belong to, don't hesitate to call your local police department if you get repetitive phone calls.